Okay, so I know y'all caught me in the middle of polishing. I did that on purpose, yeah. All right, I was just using some F6 Coach Kemi really quick. Let me plug my phone in because I heard it just made a sound it was going to die. So let me get that plugged in really quick. There we go. Okay, so had a gnarly little scratch right here. Hope y'all can see. Sorry, hope it's not too bright. Let me turn it down a little bit. We'll see. Anyways, I'll turn the camera around really quick. So tonight I'm going to be talking about coatings and high spots, and there we go, a little bit better. We had a thunderstorm, so I wanted to give everybody the ability to hear and all that stuff. So coatings and high spots, and like how do you deal with that and stuff like that. So I'm really just going to create a high spot on this because I had something come up on the highway or whatever and smacked it. So I'm just going to show that. So I'm going to go over that. I'm going to show you guys a couple of the new towels in the lineup. Actually, let me see if I can. That's not going to let. Maybe that will be a little. There we go. A little bit better. Give everybody a second to get on. Then I'm going to buff this off really quick. All right. So the newest additions to the microfiber towel lineup. And there's going to be more coming. I'm not done. We're not done yet, but I figured just show y'all really quick. As I kill myself. Okay, so once we're done killing myself. So here's the new one. Let's see if you can get this. So this took forever to develop, okay? Twisted loop glass cleaning towel. You'll see why that little crevice right there is money for getting in there, okay? So real quick, I digress on that one. We're going to use this here in a second. So for size comparison, there you go. 8x8, the mini Slurpee. Okay, so there's that. We're going to use that in a second. I'll get the colors in. There you go. There you go. A little bit better. And then everybody's digging this. These are flying. I'm already scared of how much we already have flying off the shelf. And then the new one, let's see if I can get the lighting better. There we go. Lime green. Everybody's like lime green, there you go. Glass cleaning towel. So more to come, right? So you can really scrub bug guts with this, and dry it with that. But this one you can use for bug guts also. I'm not like so set on this one being a glass thing, glass mitt, but that was the idea with this one. I've used it a lot of off-label uses, if you will, and it is just done phenomenal. So, anyways, we're gonna turn this camera around and get back on this car real quick. So buffing off polish. All right. A lot of people have wondered why I talk about twisted loop and buffing off polish. So you're going to see it firsthand. This thing is sexy and it is soft and it is awesome at removing polish and compound. So this is finally why this came about. Okay. All right. You don't even have to, I'm barely touching the surface. That's why this came about, okay? So everybody thought I was crazy when I first originally was talking about it and bringing it up. I was like, hey, do it with the Slurpee Junior. Well, this is why, because you can control everything with an 8x8, the mini Slurpee. And I don't have big hands. I have fat little sausage links. Okay, that's me. All right, so got that. See, nice. There's nothing on there. I don't see anything else. We're going to prep that really quick. The other thing I like to do is use a Slurpee Junior for prep. So this is the Junior. So for size comparison, there you go. That's 16 by 16, 8 by 8. All right. There you go. So you can see the idea, 16 by 16. That's a lot of surface area. So two of these, you can see it. There you go. Okay. So I like to use Slurpee Junior for duplicate color. So it's always how I do it. I will hose this down really quick. And flip it over and buff off. There's a reason I like twisted loop with everything. Big time, big reason I use twisted loop with everything. And now you're seeing it, okay? All right, so seeing that, great. All right, do it one more time. This is why I like using it with duplicate color, because you don't get any streaking or anything. It just does the job and spreads it out evenly. Okay, there we go. Cool. Awesome. Next up, we're going to apply the coating, create a high spot. Wait, this is the long, these are one of our famous ones. It's called the Swiss. That's the best, hands down, best coating removal towel on the planet. All right, 350 GSM, softer than the Kirkland, edgeless. This thing is money when you're removing coatings. I am so glad I have it back, and I will not be using this anymore. You can see the difference in the pile between the Kirkland and that. There's a huge difference between these two. All right, way softer, way better, higher GSM on this one. Okay, so the Swiss. All right, so we're going to apply the coating really quick, and we're going to just do a little area. I'm going to try to pick it up on the camera. Now, what do y'all do when you get high spots? I like to kind of, so what do y'all say to your clients? What do y'all do? What do y'all talk to them? What do y'all say? I'm always kind of curious what everybody does in that aspect. So what's something y'all do on that aspect of things, like when y'all get a client and they either show a high spot or you tell them a high spot? What do y'all tell them, and how do y'all treat it? And I'll tell you what I do. It's pretty simple in my opinion. So if this was my client and I'm going for a high spot, now high spot's not okay. So if you have a client and they see it, or you educate them on it, let them know that it's not going to hurt the durability at all. It's more like an aesthetic look. The coating's on there, okay? That's just transfer solution just hanging, okay? So really, we're just trying to get the transfer solution off if we can. Lots of different ways to do it, okay? And I just grabbed my coating because I had something on hand. So I'm gonna try to create it for y'all, maybe somewhere right here. We'll see if we can get this dark paint to pop, but this is the actual color. Everybody always asks me what color is my Porsche. This is why it's called ocean blue metallic right here. So it can look purple to black but that's the ocean blue. All right. So anyways, when I get a client and they ask me, or I educate them on high spots and everything on this, I tell them, like, look, if you see it, let me know. I said, I've still never got away with it. I'll straight up. By the way, I had 2 high spots on the LFA. I caught them. They're hard to see on white sometimes, but I don't care how good you are or how long you've done this. Like, I always at least have 1. Always. And the 2 I found, I mean, they were like minimal, but I caught them. It was just the right lighting. Okay, so I'm here to tell you, even doing this full-time professional auto detailer or whatever, on the LFA, I still had 2 high spots. Jody, I was even telling Jody about it, and I was scratching my head how I even got them there, but it's just one of those things. But when you get a high spot, I always tell my clients, like, look, if you see it, I can typically get to it, but if the coating's been on there for a while, sometimes they're more of a booger than others to get off, and you just got to be aware of that. So if it was me, and this is my client's car right here, okay, I'm redoing this entire panel because it's just going to look off. All right? Yes, exactly. Yes, it is. So is that too bright? I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus this in. Yep, this is how I would do it. This is going to be an insanely high spot. So typically you can correct them pretty quick. Now, if you get them, after the job or maybe 24 hours, sometimes you can get that transfer solution off. It just is dependent on like humidity, yep, I'm not getting that. Y'all can see it, but I'm trying to, there we go. There we go. Okay. And yes, I'm going to leave this whole